Okay, Albert O. I like it. Well, we've all been out camping. It's a fun place to go. Well, some go in groups, and some go alone. Some go to the mountains, some even camp in the snow. Ah, but no one's had a camping trip like old Albert O. Well, he took a vacation to do some prospecting for gold. He rode the boat to Toba Inlet, was a good place he was told. His Indian guide warned him about the Sasquatch. Oh, but Albert ignored him, say you drink too much scotch. Well, now he hiked into the woods, and for 3 days all was fine. Then day 4 came along, and things began to unwind. His backpack was ransacked, he lost his flour and prunes. He would wait up for this critter, oh, by the light of the moon. Well, now he waited and waited, but his eyelids, they closed. He scratched up in his sleeping bag, still Albert dozed. He woke up in a bundle he couldn't grab for his knife. Yeah, Albert Osman was in for the ride of his life. Albert O, Albert, what did you see? Them Sasquatch made you one of the family. Albert O, Albert, what do you say? You not only saw Sasquatch, you got carried away. He was carried up and over, well, 3 ridges it seemed. Well, if he wasn't in such pain, he would have thought it was a dream. He got dumped in a heap, and he rolled to a stop. And when he opened his eyes, well, his jaw had just dropped. Well, there standing before him was a family of 4. And no, my dear friends, it wasn't the family next door. It was 4 hairy giants, and they gave off a smell. Yeah, Albert Osman had been carried to where the Sasquatch did dwell. Well, they looked very much like us, except bigger and covered in hair. Well, their feet, hands, and fingernails did rightly compare. Could have sworn they was wild men. They didn't use language or tools. Now these were the Sasquatch. They didn't fit any rules. Skip the verse. He was trapped in a small valley. He made the best of his stay. He watched the dad sit around while the kids, they did play. He had bed moss and leaves. He had his knapsack and boots. He dined on cold hash, and they dined on sweet roots. Better get to the chorus now. Albert O, Albert, what did you see? Them Sasquatch made you one of the family. Albert O, Albert, what do you say? You not only saw Sasquatch, you got carried away. That's the ending now. This went on for 6 days, and Albert said that's enough. He would make the big one sick by feeding him snuff. Well, he rolled in the can, and Daddy B ate it all. Well, Albert grabbed up his things and ran for the hole in the wall. Well, he shot at the mama who tried to halt his escape, and ran as fast as he could to get free from these apes. After 2 days, he found some loggers. They said, "What happened to you?" Ah, well, he thought about telling them, but they'd never believe it was true. So Albert went home, 'twas 1924, and took the tale to himself for 30 years or more. And then he talked to John Green about his week there in hell. He made him swear for the judge it was the truth he did tell. Well, he went looking for some gold to enrich his life, but he almost ended up with a hairy Bigfoot wife. So if you go out camping, don't go where he did go, or you might just end up like old Albert O. Albert O, Albert, what did you see? Them Sasquatch made you one of the family. Albert O, Albert, what do you say? You not only saw Sasquatch, you got carried away.
All right.
Thank you. I remember those.
That's not easy to do.